Hi, this is Father Leo with platinggrace.com, coming to you in what United States celebrates on a Labor Day weekend. Actually, a lot of different countries have a form of a Labor Day celebration. For example, in Italy, they would honor the workers on the feast of Saint Joseph the Worker. But here in America and around the world, we know that work, that labor, that being able to provide for your family is actually a gift from God. Even though a lot of people may not like their jobs, be grateful you have one, simply because it shows how God can use your gifts and your talents to further industry, to further a community, and also to provide for your family. Actually, Pope Leo XIII in Rerum Novarum talked about the significance of work as even a spiritual thing for all of us. And I always like to just think of not just the physical work that we do, but the spiritual work that we have to do and how to build virtue in our life. And it does take work to build virtue. Think about the word virtue. It comes from vir, where we get the word strength or man. And it takes a lot of work to develop strength in humanity. I mean, if you go to the gym, you work out, that's a form of labor for your muscle. But what about the spiritual muscles in your life, for your family, for your faith? This week, also on September the 8th, we're going to celebrate the birthday of our Blessed Mother. She experienced a type of labor pain, so to speak, when she brought Christ into this world. And even though the Blessed Mother's birthday may not actually be something we know very specifically, we do know that she was born of a natural birth from her own parents, Anna and Joachim. And so this idea that Jesus has grandparents and that they conceived Mary, and Mary brought Christ into this world, shows how the labor, the laborious effort of raising generations requires us to raise generations in holiness. I mean, that's what it means to be part of God's family. We need to labor, to work, to bring holiness back into our families, but it begins when we work at bringing holiness back into my life, personally. I'll have to admit that even as a priest, praying can be difficult. It's hard work. In fact, going on retreats is sometimes one of the most exhausting things someone can do. It's not a vacation, for sure. It's really an opportunity to work at the virtues that I know I need to have if I want to take my faith seriously. And our Blessed Mother works endlessly by praying for her children, you and me, so that we, too, can be, in a sense, a Theotokos. That's a Greek term that means God-bearer. That's actually the original term to describe who Mary is, the one who brought God into this world, physically. But you know what? If we work hard enough, and if we rely on Mary's prayers, we too, in a sense, can be a Theotokos ourselves. No, we're not going to give birth to Jesus, but we can bear fruits of virtue, of faith, of hope, of love, if we're willing to work. So on this Labor Day weekend, again, at least for people in America, everywhere in the world, we do celebrate the gift of labor. May we make sure that it's not limited just to the physical activity, but even when we combine our spiritual life to our physical work, then guess what? It becomes part of the work of God to build up God's kingdom on earth, not just for my generation, but for generations to come. Happy and holy laboring to all of you. And between now and the next time we meet on the internet in these conversations, stay hungry for God.